Welcome to the first of our preview videos for the 2020 AFLW season. 4 teams have been added to the league this year, taking the total number to 14, which will again be split over 2 conferences. The home and away season will last 8 games, with each team playing the other teams in their conference once, as well as 2 cross-conference matches. The top 3 teams from each conference will then play in the final series. Here, we'll look at the 7 teams making up Conference A. The Crows will start the AFLW season as hot favourites after winning their second premiership last year, having also won the inaugural competition in 2017. This year, however, they start the season without star players and co-captains Chelsea Randall and Aaron Phillips. Randall will miss the whole season after tearing an ACL, while Phillips, a 2-time league MVP and the player widely regarded as the league's best, should return at some point during the season from the ACL injury she suffered in the grand final. In the shadow of Phillips, midfielder Ebony Marinoff has also enjoyed a fantastic AFLW career so far, averaging an incredible 9.7 tackles a match. Stevie Lee Thompson is considered by many to be the league's best forward. She led the competition's goal kicking last year as part of a powerhouse Adelaide forward line that averaged 59 points a game, the highest of any team in the league. The Crows are well coached by Matthew Clark and incredibly deep across all lines, with 5 players selected in last year's All-Australian side. Even without some of their stars, the Crows will prove hard to beat all season. Early signs indicate the Lions may be in for a long season after failing to kick a goal in their practice match against the Giants, although they were missing star forward Jess Wushner, who should be fit for round 1 after being struck by lightning. It's been a tumultuous off-season for Brisbane, who lost their captain Leah Kasler to the Suns and key forward Sabrina Frederick to Richmond. Having finished as runners-up in 2017 and 2018, Brisbane should not be underestimated this season, but may struggle with their depth, particularly after losing 7 players to the newly introduced Gold Coast. They will, however, welcome the return of Sophie Conway, who impressed in her first season in 2018, but sat out the 2019 AFLW due to an ACL injury. Number 3 draft pick Lily Postlethwaite looks like a promising talent, and new Irish recruit Orla O'Dwyer has impressed coach Craig Strasovic with her incredible athleticism throughout the preseason. Despite being the league's lowest scoring team last year, Geelong managed to earn a finals berth, finishing second in an albeit fairly weak Conference B, with 3 wins and a percentage of just 65.5. In an effort to improve scoring, midfielder Renee Garing has been moved forward during the preseason, while veteran and cult hero Rochelle Rocky Cranston may also return to the forward line after being given more midfield minutes last year. Down back, the Cats are anchored by best and fairest winner and All-Australian Meg McDonald, who enjoyed an incredible breakout season. While there is no doubting their depth and experience, they lack the star power of some of the other teams in the conference, and may struggle to compete consistently as the season goes on. Gold Coast are the first of the 2 new teams entering into Conference A for 2020. The Suns have raided local rivals Brisbane, and have placed an emphasis on recruiting local talent for their first season in the AFLW. In particular, they poached Lions captain Leah Kasler, who played up forward in their practice match loss to the Saints, rather than her usual position down back, and have also added former Lions All-Australian Sam Virgo. Jamie Stanton will add some further experience to the new side, having spent time at Brisbane before returning home to the Gold Coast via a year at the newly introduced Kangaroos in 2019. There is, however, not a lot of optimism surrounding the Suns in 2020, with the team tipped to finish near the bottom of what is shaping up to be quite a strong conference. The Giants managed just 2 wins last season, yet still managed to claim 3rd place in the rather uncompetitive Conference B. As one of the competition's inaugural teams, they enter 2020 with an experienced list, and although they are far from favourites, they should prove hard to beat. Midfielder Alice Parker looks set to take her game to the next level after a strong 2019 and a promising pre-season, while new ruck recruit Jessica Allen should complement the Giants' strong midfield, which also features reigning Giants best and fairest Rebecca Beeson. In one of the more bizarre off-season stories, the Giants lost 38-year-old star Courtney Gum to retirement, only for her to later nominate for the 2019 draft and join Adelaide. In much the same position as Geelong, expect the Giants to push teams throughout, although their lack of top quality players will likely see them unable to feature prominently at the end of the season. The The North Melbourne Tasmania Kangaroos look set to be one of the main challengers to Adelaide after missing out on finals by just one game last year. Loaded with top-line talent, 2018 League Best and Fairest winner Emma Kearney will captain the Roos in 2020. One of the most feared players in the league, Kearney is just one of 3 women to have been named All-Australian for all of the first 3 AFLW seasons. 187cm ruckman Emma King, who averaged 18 hitouts last year, now looks set to spend more time forward after the arrival of young ruck Abby Green. This will likely also see last year's All-Australian centre-half forward, Jazmyn look to spend more time in the midfield, the position where she earned Team of the Year honours in the VFLW last season. The Roos have lost star defender Jess Duffin to pregnancy for the season, and have elected not to offer a contract to cult hero Moana Hope, as North Melbourne coach Scott Gowans has decided to prioritise defensive structure. However, they still remain one of the most talented lists across the league. The second of the newcomers in Conference B, Richmond looks set to compete in their first season, after a fruitful recruiting drive brought Premiership Bulldogs Monique Conti and Katie Brennan to Punt Road. Conti is coming off a season that won her the Bulldogs Best and Fairest, and Brennan will captain the Tigers after having led the Bulldogs for the past 3 seasons, while former Magpie and Giant Christina Bernardi will add further experience to her 3rd AFLW side. The Tigers put together a solid first season in the VFLW, finishing the season in 6th and impressing with a comfortable win in their practice match against West Coast. Taylor Stall, the Tigers' leading VFLW goal kicker, booted 3 in that match and looks set to be a difficult matchup for defenders across the league. The main question surrounding the Tigers and their fellow expansion sides will be how deep the talent on their list will go beyond these marquee recruits. But the Tigers look like a team that may be able to challenge some of the competition's more established sides. So while Adelaide and the Kangaroos are expected to claim the first 2 final spots in Conference A and should challenge for the flag, expect fierce competition over the remaining finals berth. Tune in again tomorrow for our preview of Conference B, and if you want to see more AFLW content, let us know in the comments and subscribe to the channel.